is Katelyn Glen, and I'm going to be doing my exam mini video on Twilight. I'm going to be looking at the pedigree of the cast and their lineage and see if their trait can be inherited in different modes. So here you have Renee and Charlie, which are the parents to Bella Swan, one of the main characters. And then you're going to have Edward's parents, Carlisle and Esme, and they have 5 children, one of which is Edward Cullen, Bella's husband. And they also have Emmett and Rosalie, who are actually also dating as well as siblings. And then we have Alice and Jasper, who are in the same situation. So you can see that Bella and Edward, they have a daughter. There's that 3rd generation. Her name's Renesmee. And then over here we have Billy and Sarah Black, who have their son, Jacob Black, the infamous werewolf who imprints on Renesmee. Okay, so we're going to look at the shaded individuals who carry the trait, and we're going to see if it's X-linked recessive. So the shaded individuals have the recessive allele, and just by looking at Bella's parents, they both have the dominant alleles, and they cannot both give 2 recessive alleles to Bella, which means this cannot happen. Now we're going to be looking at X-linked dominant, and we can see that just from looking at Bella, she has that dominant allele and neither of her parents do, so this cannot happen either. So now we're going to look at the Y-linked trait, and since we have both females and males with the trait, we can see that this is not consistent and is not the mode of inheritance. Now we're going to be looking at autosomal recessive, and from all of the shaded individuals you can see that they all have the recessive alleles, and from both parents you would have to give 2 recessive alleles, 1 from each one. So this can happen. It's highly unlikely, but it is possible for all those shaded individuals to get the alleles from their parents. So now we're going to look at autosomal dominant, and we know that all the parents do not have the dominant allele because none of them express the trait, which means that this cannot happen because in order for Bella or Edward or any of the other children to have this trait, one of the parents would have to have a dominant allele. It is not consistent, and we can see that after looking through all the modes of inheritance, that autosomal recessive is the only consistent one with the way that this trait is portrayed on the pedigree. So here are the traits that the individuals possess, and while they are all unique, they are consistent with whether an individual on this pedigree does express or does not express a special ability, and you can see that the shaded individuals all have special traits. Thank you for watching my modes of inheritance on the Twilight Cast.